Is this the last stand for the heroes of Earth-Zero? Has Pariah become too powerful to stop? Well, let's hop into the pages of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths issue number 5 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up from where the last issue had left off, Black Adam was cornered by Lex Luthor and the Legion of Doom, who had themselves fallen victim to the Dark Chains. At the last minute, though, before he can be turned like this was a friggin' zombie movie or something, Teth Adam is actually saved by Nightwing and the rest of the superheroes. And oh look, frickin' Sideways is here, everyone. Everyone wave to Sideways. I guess Joshua Williamson really wasn't lying when he said that Dark Crisis was gonna honor every era in DC Comics, including even the Dark Matter universe. Aw, they get a little kiss. Black Adam is surprised that Dick and the others were willing to risk life and limb to save him because, well, if you've been paying attention, he's been the exact opposite of helpful since this entire series began. But because Dick is truly at the helm now, he knows full well that the only way the heroes are going to turn the tide against Deathstroke and his spreading of the Great Darkness is if they can all stand together united in one place. I mean, it's not exactly the most complicated plan, but hey, it's a plan. From there, we check back on in with Flash and Green Lantern. They're still trapped in Batman's own Clockwork Paradise world. They try and rescue the Dark Knight by reminding him of all of his different sidekicks, before eventually coming to the realization that if they really want to break Pariah's mind control and shatter all of these illusions, it would probably just be a lot easier to grab Wonder Woman. After all, that's what her lasso of truth also does, on top of making you tell the truth. Now back on Earth, now that Nightwing has finally marshaled his super-heroic forces, including the rest of the Titans, the JSA, as well as some new characters like Red Canary, he's finally ready to move his pieces around the board. And by that I mean the book goes out of its way to set up several new tie-ins. Yes, I know we're 5 issues in, but you need to read more tie-ins, damn it. John Kent the Superman and Justice League Dark actually come back from a brand new tie-in that came out this week with some very important information about the Great Darkness. Apparently, it's not controlling Pariah, so much as Pariah has ended up corrupting it. That's why the Great Darkness is acting out of character, and that's why Deathstroke is spreading it not just on Earth, but across the entire multiverse to try and kickstart some sort of crisis. Luckily, John didn't come back empty-handed. He has Pariah's original machine from the original Crisis on Infinite Earth story. Not 100% sure how that's going to be important yet, but I'm certain it will be. With the battle lines finally drawn, Nightwing is ready to lead his forces into one last glorious charge against Deathstroke and the Dark Army. Only before he can, Black Adam gets involved once again to be the ultimate killjoy, which he really has been doing all story long. You can't do it, you're just sidekicks, you can't fill the shoes of the Justice League, you'll die! Yeah, dude, and if they don't fight, they'll also die. What the hell is your point? Nightwing does, however, get the last laugh in this conversation, saying, "Oh, I never said we were the Justice League, we're Titans, and we're united in this final push," including a bunch of the Titans Academy students who left a few issues ago. Yeah, they're back. I felt nothing when they left, and I felt nothing when they returned. Oh, and Beast Boy is alive and fine too, only now he's sporting his own eye patch, which I'm sure will only piss Deathstroke off more that this guy's stealing his fashion statements now. Now back over with the rest of the Justice League, Flash and Green Lantern have actually managed to save all of their different teammates except for Superman, who they decided to leave for the very last. Here's the big twist though, unlike the others, Clark doesn't actually need to be woken up to the fact that the world he's living in right now is some sort of beautiful lie. He figured that out a long time ago because, well, Superman is smart too. He knew that Pariah had trapped him in a dream, and even though he was unable to escape on his own, he did master the ability of lucid dreaming, meaning that Superman attains a brand new form, Crisis Energy Superman. I gotta say, the boy looks good in blue, does he not? With this new power attained, Superman is able to move his team outside their own dream dimension so they can finally have themselves another one-on-one with Pariah, who, despite him celebrating the whole issue that he finally managed to undo his great sin and bring back the Infinite Earths, it seems that doing so is, well, not really attainable forever. It would seem that the Infinite Earths need even more power than Pariah thought that the Justice League could give off, and now that they've escaped, it looks like he's going to need to find new batteries, and as such, he vows to take the entire Dark Army to Earth. Before he leaves, though, he's sure to drop a major bomb on Superman and the rest of the Justice League. Yes, they managed to escape the dream dimensions that Pariah made for them, but that still doesn't technically mean they're alive. Pariah definitely killed them in their fight, and that means if they leave this planet at this time, they will simply just cease to exist, which would be bad. Again, our heroes don't know if he's bluffing or not, but it certainly gives them a lot to think of. Now, back on Earth, the battle with Deathstroke and the others actually starts turning against the heroes as more and more young heroes end up getting turned via the dark chains. It seems that Deathstroke may finally have delivered the victory to his master Pariah, who shows up with the rest of the Dark Army as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths issue number 5, everybody. A story that I definitely am enjoying, despite the fact that I can also poke quite a number of holes in it. This is Joshua Williamson's big showy spectacle finale, a grand exclamation point to everything he's been writing in DC Comics for the last few years now. Nightwing gets to be a super cool leader guy and help the entire DC universe defend itself from absolute destruction. Superman and the rest of the Justice League actually get things to do in a big event story and not just play second fiddle to Batman for once. The action scenes are really cool and over the top and wonderfully drawn and filled with so many great hero cameos. They still haven't 100% explained why it's bad that Pariah tried to bring back the Infinite Earths. I mean, that doesn't necessarily seem evil. I mean, he's going about it in an evil way. But he's also, like, trying to make up for the worst thing he ever did, and this story is literally an inverse of the original Crisis on Infinite Earths, where the heroes fought to try and stop those Earths from getting destroyed, and now it seems like they're actively fighting to stop them from getting brought back. I mean, there's still time and additional tie-ins to explain all of this. I'm just bringing it up, and I'd be remiss if I didn't. Overall, though, I would give this one an 8 out of 10. It's a lot of fun. Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.